right, so this is a start of my random live streams. Nothing special. There's not much of a difference between my usual live whips extras and live whips, the standard um, running. Only because I have a little bit of extra time. Actually, I should be making phone calls, but I don't want to. I hate when I find out during my stupid automated phone call I have to gather information and paperwork, and by the time I did, I'm like, ugh, screw it. I'm really pushing the envelope in terms of the deadlines and all, but I'm also kind of wore out. And I also know I'm going to be on hold around this time. I would have to wait till it's more probable if I do it in the morning, which I was going to do until I was doing the research, the stuff I need, and ugh, it's such a pain in the ass. And by the time I'm like, okay, maybe I can make this phone call here, and when I start the call, they start listing down all the things I need before this phone call, and I was like, oh shit. So what I ended up doing was I had to go into my freaking external hard drive to find important information. And then by the time I do find it, I got distracted and started transferring files out of my phone because I have a buttload of pictures and I've been meaning to. And so this is the awful, awful process of me trying to get things done when there's a whole bunch of other stuff I should have been doing and I didn't do it. Then I remember and I do those instead. Holy shit. So I kind of gave up for today and I'm going to resume tomorrow. And so I have some new cards because I am tired. Okay, well, you can tell here how tired I got because I'm like, what the fuck? But I thought this little silly butt creature bird was really cute. I think it's one of those Tamagotchi characters. I'm not familiar with most of them. I only know like the green one, and then I saw this one. Then I thought, oh, maybe I'll draw it. I do have Gem. She is practically completed. Only problem is, oh, what now? Do I want to look? Oh, got it. They said something and I don't feel like looking at it right now because I'm tired of looking at inappropriate things. Not that I do that on the norm, it's just when people like to show things online, let's just say, and I'm like, oh god, do I have to look at that? Anyway, let's look at this instead. So I finally made Gem from Gem and the Holograms. It's almost complete, only there's some pencil work I want to cover. Good luck with that. Oh, what's under? Ugh. I still need to work on her because there's some shadows when she's like staring and I never got around to it. But it's like these two are practically done. And then I still haven't worked on this. I might start painting on this. Who knows? Then I didn't even put any line work on here. Let's see. I found this by accident. I think this was a paint over. That means I had some other paintings before this, then I didn't like it, and so I painted over it and drew over it. This looks a lot better. And then I threw it somewhere and I forgot where I put it. Then I found it. Oh my gosh. Because these two cards feel a little bit heavier than what I thought they'd be. But, oh, yeah, sorry. I thought someone did not show up and then they left and then someone came back. Okay, hi. Hi. And so, yes, I have like these double cards I've been meaning to do. I've been avoiding them because it is more work. The newest ones are the ones with just line art, not these, but this one for sure. So it's Pachaco in a reindeer outfit, very cute. I did mention that, and I would swear that I would make new cards for Christmas slash the holidays, and I committed. I said I did a thing. This guy is gonna take forever for me to get started because I lost the reference. Sorry, Rolly. And then I got one of the Skabondeka or Sailor Suit Rebel a lot of people drawn. I've been meaning to do this, and I have. And then there's also the anime, but the anime, I kind of don't like the art. I might try to tweak it to my own preferences, but I don't know yet. But this one for sure I like. Oh, another one that I forgot to do was Freakazoid. I did this a while ago, originally as a group paint session on one of the live stream like a year or two ago, but I ended up giving them one of this painting, and then I miss it, so I made my own card version. I might make a bigger, maybe slightly better version of this. I don't know yet, but we'll see. I do love Freakazoid, though. He's just too much. Let's see. Kuwabara, not much has happened. I'm sorry. I've been meaning to work on him. He is so his face cracks me up. And he likes cats. Then this one I think I've shown this already, but this is like a review for those who are just wandering on here and they're totally new. And we do have some caca, apparently, and no one is there. I scared them off with the simplified work, but that's fine. We have caca. Then I have a whole bunch others. I have progress. I worked on these two finally. I did some hair and then I got kind of lazy again. Yeah, I start on so many things because every time I work on something, someone or some other asks me for help. I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta do all this stuff. More holiday stuff. We have what's their faces? Little twin stars Kiki and Lala dressed as gingerbread babies. Oh my gosh. I don't really care for them, but they have great costumes. Oh, hey. How you doing? I'm just showing works in progress that I have somewhat done so far. And then I think I did this a while ago. Ugh, I didn't realize she had a lot of details until I started drawing her out. And now all the tiny details I gotta fill in somehow. Good luck with that. Um, oh my god, they're sticking. Then we have Kurama. I remember his name this time because Kuwabara and Kurama sound eerily similar, so I would forget one or the other. This time, Kurama. It's turning out okay for now. It's still kind of rough. This one's almost done. I have, what's her face? My Sweet Piano from My Melody. I did watch the Netflix series with her, My Melody and Kuromi. How come she talks like that? I'm not saying, hey man, no shame. Maybe she's stuck like that. Maybe that's the natural way she talks. But how come My Melody and Kuromi get to speak and then she's like, nah, like the whole time? I was like waiting to see if she says anything else. No, that's all she says. Nah. Like, okay. But it's still cute, but it was too cute for me. I don't know. I like cute things, but when it's too much cuteness, it's like kind of sickening. But that's just me. If you like that series, that's fine. I was looking for more series to watch, not so much react to, but I try to watch for more things, and it's kind of a bust. So I've been watching old stuff. Kimi no Todoke, I was watching last night, so I started on the second season. Excuse me. Yeah, I still have this annoying, stubborn, dry cough. Drives me bonkers. Last but not least is a thank you to Sailor Star Maker for making my reel viral on Instagram since Saturday evening. Yeah, I also put it on here on YouTube, but it's just okay. It's within the standard of what I get on YouTube, which is about 1.2K views alone, but a handful of likes, so I don't mind. I do know what is more popular, but my subscriber count is somewhat stagnant, but I'm not super in a rush for that. I mean, it would be nice. It's just I know what the audience wants versus what I want, and they're very contradict. They contradict each other. They conflict each other. So yes, that's all I have with my cards right now in terms of works in progress. I have some more, and I don't know where I put them. They're in like a container with a red lid. I don't know where they went. I did not throw them away. I just put them somewhere really stupid. And then I don't know where was the last place I put it. I know, I am lame. I admit it. I will find it in the dumbest place possible because that's what I do apparently. So I don't know which one I will work on. Maybe more line arts because that's easier for me. Coloring, despite how often I color, is one of my weaknesses because it's not clean and pristine like, digital art. I know a lot of people favor that more than traditional art. I even have a few friends that favor digital art over traditional. And to that I say, you go make yours then, I'll make mine. Okay, so let's figure something out to work on. I haven't been at this desk for a while because I was doing stupid errands. And I thought I had a bill that I can work on, but turns out Turns out it's the wrong building. It's not the wrong building. It's for this house, but there's another bill I'm waiting for another place, and it's like, oh, okay. What place am I talking about? I will not mention. Oh my gosh, there's trash. Ah, who's been eating in here? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I need brown. Oh, maybe this will do. Where's my brush? Ugh. So how's your guys' Christmas holiday shopping, or how's your day going if you don't celebrate it? Or whichever holiday you're celebrating, how's that going on so far? As for me, I used to enjoy Christmas once upon a yonder. Now I'm like, oh my god. I did emergency Christmas shopping on Amazon this afternoon morning, I think. And I got some, but they feel like stocking stuffers and legit gifts, but I don't know what they want. Like I feel like we're at a point where I don't know what everyone wants because they have everything. What else can I give them? And if you're gonna say art stuff, they don't care about like where they're gonna put it. Maybe my younger nieces and nephews might appreciate, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Tweens and teens and stuff, they are glued to the phone. I'm not saying my relatives are, but that usually is the case when it comes to young people nowadays. And I can't compete. While I also go on the phones, the interwebs, oh my god. I am not as present online as I thought I would be. Like maybe 10, 20 years ago, I was a lot more dominant online. Then now I'm like, ugh, gosh, whatever happens, happens. Okay, this is kind of okay. It's a little too brown. Shoot. Okay, good to know. I need to darken it. And I need purple. I don't have the correct purple. Oh, well. I might have to mix paints, and I hate doing that. Because it's kind of a hassle for me. All right. So, earlier I mentioned viral, and in the title, like a viral reel. It's still ongoing as I am live right now. Oh my god, this paint, what are you doing? Why are you not sticking? I think this stuff's getting dry. Let me close on in. Get on down here. Okay, it's a little close. So, about Saturday evening, I was watching Sailor Moon Cosmos. I'm not a fan of Sailor Moon. I did watch it as a kid, but I stopped around Sailor Moon R. When the early extra drama of Serena and Darien had like this fallout because he had a vision and all that stuff, and then Reedy showed up and she's kind of a butt. But I kind of stopped around there. It was too much for 13, 14-year-old me to like worry about boy problems. I was not interested. I could admit that the character for Tuxedo's, I keep calling him Tuxedo Sam, it's Tuxedo Mask. He looks good, but then I don't know. It was just like, ugh. So I was kind of like, yeah, he's alright. And then, yeah, okay. I really don't care for the series. I did not care for Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball Z, even though I grew up around them. It wasn't until I also watched a little bit of the Crystal series that adhered more to the manga, which people seem to gravitate more towards. And I'm all like, I like the old one too. What's wrong with that? Because I had the similar. I was more invested in Full Metal Alchemist. They had their series, and then they had Brotherhood, which adheres more to their manga. But I liked the first one more. The other one seemed kind of weird. But I at the time I liked both for different reasons. The first one because I liked the first one since it was the first one I saw and I liked it a lot and the story was really engaging. A little bit too dramatic for me, but still engaging and funny. And then the Brotherhood, when they are more closer to the manga, I was like, what? This happened? That happened? Who's that character? Who's that lady? It was a little bit off, not off putting, but it was kind of weird to readjust how the story went. So I am more partial to the first story that was released. Same with Sailor Moon. Even though I didn't watch very much of it, I still felt a little bit more nostalgia for the 90s version rather than the Crystal series. And then despite what I did know, I still tried to watch way forward into Sailor Moon Cosmos. Like, I think that was one of their latest things that they released. And so I need to stop singing. So um I just want to say, okay, so what's up with this? What do we have here? Let's see what it is. I got nothing else to do. I turned on Netflix, which was where it was. I watched some of it. Serena's being Serena, even though, yeah, I don't know. I don't care for Sailor Moon, okay? If you like her, you can take my part. But when I watch her, I'm like, oh my god. But when the Sailor Starlights came out, which I never watched, I heard of them. Okay, so bear this in mind. I have some knowledge of Sailor Moon, even though I stopped at Sailor Moon R. I did read up on some of the lore. I didn't really read up on the powers. I only read as far as the Sailor Scouts, the inner Sailor Scouts, the outer Sailor Scouts, and I know the Starlights existed, but I did not read up on their powers because, like I said, I did not care enough to give a shit. So that's as far as I go. I heard of Black Lady, Mistress Nine, you know, Sailor Saturn's messed up dad, all that stuff. But then around Sailor Starlights, that's when I start getting kind of, I don't care that much. And so when I saw Sailor Starlights, this was my first time seeing them animated, and I was like, oh, okay, so what are they gonna do there? And then I saw them in their boy school uniforms. I was like, okay, that wasn't a problem. They gotta be undercover, and then they're also uh super. They're like pop idols. I was like, okay, I guess I can believe that. And then they transform into girls. I was like, okay, that's not a problem. And then the powers came out. Sailor Star Fighter said her thing. Then Sailor Star Maker, this this character here, said Star Gentle Uterus with so much conviction, so much and I was just staring at that like subtitle like what? Wait, what did she just say? Because I never thought in my entire life I would see the word uterus used as an attack power. I don't think you would. I didn't. Maybe the fans of Sailor Moon are well aware of that. They seem to say so. Both men and women were verified to me. I was like, oh, okay, I guess, because I didn't read that far. I like I said, I don't care, but it just threw me for a loop, and I thought it was so funny. Not a bad funny, just something I did not expect. Hello, what's up? I'm just going on about my Sailor Star reaction, Starlight reaction. It was weird. And so I recorded myself reacting to it because I'm still floored like that use uterus as a power tool. I reacted, didn't think it that much, posted it on Insta, and then just went on my merry way. 5 minutes into it being posted, 80 views, then 125, and then 253. Next thing you know, 1,000. I was like, oh, huh? It was really weird because I would like that kind of activity over my own art, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not prodigy enough to qualify. Meanwhile, the most random stuff I throw out so last minute. Right now, as I talk, I think it's 80K, over 80K views. The rest of my reels are like 123, 50, 95, 232. Yeah, that's what I'm working with. And I'm like, I have mixed feelings. Still, thank you. I'm able to get some followers. At the same time, though, I worry because I don't do these reactions too often. They'll just be like, "Oh, she does whatever the heck this is. I'm getting out." So while I am thrilled that I am increasing slowly but surely some level of subscribers, I'm also a bit concerned that I don't do too much that they want and they'll just leave. Because I don't really do reactions that often. I used to do some and then I stopped because everything's been done to death. What's there to react to? But this one, for I think because it's a new movie, I think somewhat new, people have something to say about it, and so they're trying to school me about Sailor Moon lore and what this means as a Sailor Star maker. And I'm like, I know what birth is. I gave birth, okay? Don't tell me what it means to have uteruses and the creation of life when I literally gave birth, okay? I didn't say that. I'm just in my mind. Okay, so this is like the unedited version in my brain when I see comments about people schooling me. But there were some legit people willing to let me understand what's going on with this kind of power, and they also admit, yeah, it is kind of weird, but they do have this. The writer had this way of trying to make something poetic and more symbolic of their fights. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. I still say it's weird. But hey, she's making money, so hats off to her. Actually, let her have the brownie points. But as someone who rarely ever watches Sailor Moon, and to see the word uterus used on a animation slash cartoon series, I'm gonna say, like, because cartoons are animations too, you know. I That would probably anger a bunch of people, like by a lot, I know, but I don't have friends, so who gives a shit. So anyway, I was quite surprised that they used that word in an attack power. I call it the uterus Hadouken. I mean, it might as well be. It's a big ball of light and stuff, and Hadouken. Now with uterus. Like even right now, it's like still viral. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even think that far. It's so weird. I wish I had that same kind of energy with my art, but it's not as good as reacting to a uterus being thrown at a monster, which literally was the case. And the monster was screaming for getting hit by a uterus ball. I was like, I'd scream too. So yeah, that was my weird experience with Sailor Moon Cosmos. I did actually watch a majority of it. I say majority because I was painting at the same time, so I wasn't totally invested. But I was multitasking, so it's not like I was glued to the phone because I can't. No, I was trying to catch up on my art stuff because I've been busy lately, or sick and tired and cold, so I haven't been doing as much art. Um, it's been very sporadic when I do art stuff. Like it's mostly when I go on live streams and when I watch on Netflix. And I'm not super invested at watching TV. So if they're saying, "Oh, they're not invested in TV because they're too busy glued to their phones," not all of us are like that. I mean, yeah, it's not like I never watch TV while on my phone, but it's not like that. It's more so me doing my art stuff if I do have a chance to use the TV, which is rare. Where is light? So I'm looking. I was just using white last night. Where is you? Where is you? You fart in a cup. Oh wait, is this the correct? Oh, maybe I can use it for ramen a bit later. Yeah, sorry. This is kind of like a super random time slot to do my live streams, but it's good to test it out. It's good to be posting, I guess. Sometimes I should be cooking actually. If I do cooking early, I can get out of the way and can resume my paintings or my stupid paperwork crap. I am practically done with it. It's just I don't like making phone calls. I hate phone calls. I hate them so much. I will do them. I just don't like doing them. Or I have to control how I sound. Like I don't sound like this, funny enough. I sound a lot more subdued, or rather reserved. I try my best not to sound whatever the heck I do. But yeah. Ugh, yeah, that viral video is insane. And then you see the rest of my other stuff. It's like, what the fuck? How come she has that one video and then the rest? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I guess Sailor Moon is still crazy popular. Um, while I don't care for Sailor Moon, I can admire and appreciate the artist for her skill in the art that she does. I like the pastels and the girly print stuff and the very intricate details, like when they make the dresses. Those are really nice. I cannot do that with a steady hand to save my life. So I can admit that she good. She is good. I cannot compete. I mean, I can do it. It's just gonna take a lot out of me because uh, I'm not very good with very fine details. I don't have the time to be very particular and precise with every little crevice and blah. No, I don't have that kind of time. So I kind of rush through things. That's why I make these cards. While they seem kind of messy, I still like the element of human participating in making this not totally perfect. I feel like we put the concept of perfection way up on the pedestal, especially with the digital world, with internet and all that stuff. And then I think I was watching a while ago people talking smack about old people. And they're not talking about just like 80s and 90s, though they are included, obviously. Like, there's a bunch of dumb kids complaining how slow old people move and, like, ugh, they smell and they talk weird and this, they say these weird, really disrespectful things. Which is, yeah, of course. I was raised to respect your elders, and they were also talking smack about that. Like, why do they have to respect elders? And like, why are you asking stupid ass questions? Okay, you can freaking Google about respecting elders or Chat GBT. Why are you asking stupid ass questions like that? Or go ask your mom, see how she takes it. Like, what do you mean? They act so brave and so nonchalant about these kinds of questions. Go ask an older person, see what they say about your stupid ass question. If you don't get the belt first. I come from a generation where we don't tolerate that bullshit. Like, unless you want something flying at your face, you keep your mouth shut. And yeah, especially if someone mouths off to me, I get especially angry when they're younger. But it really depends on the situation. Like, should I or could I get away with? Oh my God, these kids have no idea. They act like they're forever young. That's the funny thing. Why are you acting like you're going to be in your teens and 20s forever? You know what happens with the next year and the next year and the next year, and you eventually turn 30. What are you going to do then? Cry about it? Whine on TikTok about why you're turning 30 around the corner? Like, because there's a bunch of those nowadays. And I'm like, it's not that different from the last day. So what? If you don't want people to know how old you are, shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Oh my God. It's so funny and so lame. People have been always talking about age, but I think the internet made it a lot worse. Um, Not all of us are blessed with looking younger than our actual age. Um, for me, I have my good days, and what the fuck is that? I have those days. So I, as much as I want to say, yeah, I do look younger, and I do sometimes, most times, there are days where I'm like, ugh, what is this creature in front of me in the mirror? And oh, it's me. But I am thankful that I at least don't look my age. And people sometimes don't believe I am said age. Sometimes. There are some rude ass little schnookums that like to beg to differ and like to challenge my temper. But that's why I'm like, I don't want to put myself in that spot and someone goes flying through the window. Oh gosh, this color is not going well. Is this like a yellowish tinge? Maybe. But I know she's not this pink. Oh, I probably will wrap this up a little bit earlier because I need to start cooking in a bit. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my viral experience that doesn't involve viruses and it means using the internet and something went viral. Um, Will I make more? I don't know. I wasn't really aiming to, but if there is a demand, and the other thing is, I don't mind making those, but I have to find something where I actually make a genuine response, not something forced or it's acted, it's trite. It's, it doesn't seem like I wrote a script. Most of my reactions are usually one takes, and I think that is a lot more genuine than having a little um, like a little setup and everything is scripted and acted upon. I like to find out what happens when I'm on the spot, even though initially I don't like that feeling of, oh, okay, you're out there. What do you do? What do you do? Oh shit, I don't like that feeling. But I think with this online wise, it's okay to some degree. I think a lot of introverts don't like being put in that position where you're on the spot, you're online. Oh, you're live stream now. What do you do? Um, no, I get bored of doing the same thing after a while, and I try to do things new just to see what works, what does not work, and then I kind of just adjust here and there until I find something I like. That's basically it. I don't really make a big deal about it. Um, but when I made suggestions to a few people before when they want to branch out outside of just doing drawings and making posts, and that's it. And then I suggest YouTube. They're like, oh, I could never see myself doing that. It's just too nerve wracking for me. And I'm like, well, you'll never know until you don't try. But of course, you're within your comfort zones. Your what you're capable of wanting to do, whatever. You don't have to force yourself. I'm just making a suggestion. Okay. I'm not saying do this or you'll never have a grow. No, I don't. I think it worked out for me because I used to make videos of music videos for shits and giggles about my family. I won't post those. You're welcome. I'm not that mean. Um, and I had fun time making fun of certain siblings. They know who they is, and so I just had fun with that, and then that was it. I didn't really take it upon myself to post it online. I wouldn't dare. I'm not that messed up. Like I can say mean jokes to my siblings, but to the point where I actually post them online like that, no. I do value privacy. Anyway, I just wanted to do something with my art besides just drawing, and everyone else is doing it. What I can try something else that not a lot of people are thinking about, which is this. But some people, yeah, like they do. What I do notice about other art channels, they always have tutorials and hacks, how to do tips and tricks on this. I don't do that. I just paint as you go because I don't always follow my rules. Always something happens and I have to readjust. I have to shift gears and change something. Otherwise, I don't know. I can make new things or shit happens. It's really a whole bunch of trial and error, and I hope for the best. Um, but because of that, I'm able to make different kinds of friends, which I also online anyway. That actually appreciate what I do when they are really kind at still watching my stuff up to now. I need to do thank you art for them somehow, but I'm not sure where to start because there's a handful of them I would like to make art for. I just don't. I want to make it a surprise and also not stalkerish. Like I combed through your account and I noticed you like this and I drew it for you. Like that. Does that sound creepy? Probably. But I don't know yet. That's like one of the projects I had in mind because I do notice I kind of favor a few friends more than others, and I should not do that. But if they're supportive, I'm supportive back. If you're just hovering around, not saying anything, how would I know? I need to stop laughing too. Anyway, I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I'm going into memory. Most of my references are in my phone, and I don't remember most. I do remember they had like this weird candy cane um, lights thing going on. I'm going to put some whites, and then I'll do something else. What else is something else? I don't know. I was just going to do some cards. Let's see. Maybe I could work on these pigs. This one's pretty cozy and stuff. Oh, and there's also Project 8. Gosh, there's so many things I can do and I enjoy. Not enough time, I feel. Oh, shit. I'll clear out the... I should just use an eraser, but I just paint over it. Because that's what I do now. I'm erasing. Yeah, Christmas fatigue. I am pooped. I think I like a break from Christmas, but I also want gifts. Oh my gosh. You capitalist pig. I know, right? I'm not that bad. I'm just fine with like art supplies. What's good with getting art supplies is gifts. Even if you get duplicates, you can still use it. There's no like, oh, I have this already. I don't need two of this. And with art supplies, I need it. I need it. I like this color. Give me that. So that's my interpretation. So I'm pretty easy to buy. As long as the stuff that you buy me is what I'm using. If you buy me something like related to uh, those, I don't know, unless you buy me an entire new set of art things that I can use, and okay. But for the most part, if it's acrylic paints, color pencils, watercolors, um, oil pastels, I'm trying to get into. It's a lot harder than I thought. But I did dabble a little bit. It's okay, but I'm not very good at blending. But I'm trying. It's better than nothing. But yeah, as long as you're aware of the kinds of stuff I use for art, then we're good to go. I don't mind duplicates, triplicates, even like blank canvases. You can give me that, or old wooden things you get from Goodwill, which sounds kind of gross because some people don't wash their hands, but you know, I don't mind. I do buy cheap canvases at Goodwill or Salvation Army when I get the chance. Okay, so I cleaned up most of it. I gotta wait for it. What? Oh, okay. Oh my god, this is so simple. It's like you make like really detailed work. How do you? I don't know. I think it's funny. Okay, so let me start on this one. Actually, let's put purple on here. I've been meaning to work on this too. There's a lot I've been meaning to work on. I just don't finish it. I have like a bunch of paintings. I'm looking at them. They're on top of my scanner. I need to finish them. I'm like so close to finishing them and I just get distracted or I stopped caring. That's my fault though. 0 people. I'm not surprised. You know, despite live streams lasting long, I can listen to or watch the entire ones when I'm working on something. And even if I don't, um, I try to listen as much as I can if it's interesting. So sometimes I watch my own reels or watch my own live streams. They also give me reminders sometimes of old projects I should work on. So it's useful for me. May not be useful for you, but it's definitely useful for me. I will probably leave in a few minutes though, since I need to start cooking dinner, even though I've been avoiding it like the plague. I think I have to cook rice too. Ugh, gosh, I'm tired of cooking. I know I want to do takeout sometimes, but takeout sometimes kind of gross. Or if you don't pay a high enough tip, they leave your food by the they'll leave it by the neighbor's door or they'll leave it by the garage further away from the landing of your front door. That pisses me off. It's like, you didn't have to do that. Sheesh. But they do, and they open the window and look at you. They did that to me, which is funny because of my husband who paid for it. But I went out to get it. I was like, ugh, you know, rude much. So anyway, we rarely use Uber Eats. Only like we totally don't want to cook. I mean, I always don't want to cook every day, but when I'm like, I think when we go out and we don't want to, either of us don't want to cook, then the Uber Eats happens. But because we're at home most of the time nowadays, it's like, oh, you can make something. Like, I don't want to make something. I don't even like cooking, but I can. Doesn't mean I can't cook. I just, oh, I guess I got to do it now. Okay. Wait, would this be one blanket? It could be a color block blanket or I don't know. Yeah, I also have to be careful with this viral stuff. You'd be surprised what kind of people are come out of the woodwork and cause you trouble. My gosh. I already had that when I made that Venom shoes. I should actually I did buy the shoelaces. I bought white shoelaces and then I put them somewhere stupid again. Where the heck? Oh, maybe I could wear them for Christmas. Not actual Christmas. We have a gathering on Saturday, so um, maybe I can wear it then. And then I'm gonna show off my shoes. I'm only gonna designate that to family. I don't want to wear it out in public and get really embarrassed because I get embarrassed easily. It sucks, especially if it's art related. And I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, let me see here. Can use this one for now. And usually, when I wrap presents, I mentioned before, I would listen to Christmas music. Oh, hello. Not much. I'm just painting on some cards that I've been meaning to complete, but I got distracted with life and colds and being cold. How are you? My gosh, this is really tedious. I don't know how people can be quiet and do this online and do it and then make tutorials or rules. It bores me to tears when I do it by myself. That's why I don't like doing tutorials. I always mention that, but I have to emphasize. I cannot emphasize that enough. I don't like making tutorials. I tried earlier on. I hated it. And oh yeah, yeah. Um, well, I guess it depends on how you're painting, but what they're doing is definitely comfortable. Let me see if I can scooch it on over. Yeah, once in a while I can make cute things, and then once in a while I make weird what the heck things. But this is me taking a break from all the detailed art I've been making these past few months. I just make cute things with slight details and try to not fall asleep as I make my own work. But sometimes I just see things online, I copy it, not for the sake of, oh, this is my idea. I This is just for practice, and it's okay to do that. But some people get really technical about it, especially I don't blame them. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. Hopefully yours is good too. Mine will be tired. Well, no, well, we have to push ours because the Christmas is on a weekday. We have to kind of change our schedule a bit to Saturday. But in the immediate houses, we will for sure still celebrate Christmas. There's just not a lot of us in our individual houses, which is okay. I need a break. Shoot. Am I single? No, I'm married. Oh gosh, the screen. Sorry, I need the screen to turn on because if I leave it off, then my light turns off. I don't know. It's stupid. Yeah, you can hear. There's my family in the background because it's Christmas vacation. And defamed in Japan, Toonami, Fisherman's Horizon. Sorry, I'm looking on my YouTube stuff. Oh, maybe I could watch myself, watch my own live stream. I do that sometimes because I'm a dork. And so I could watch it on my phone. Because when I can watch it on my monitor, it'll show on my phone. But if I don't, it won't show up on my phone. I don't know. It's a weird feature. But yeah, then I mute it because I don't look it. That art is you and your husband. Oh. Yeah. Well, I think initially I wasn't thinking that far, but it could be interpreted as that. Oh shoot. I made a boo boo. But yeah, I usually don't have my husband in mind when I make the art. Um I mean, it's not I don't want to. I did try to draw him a few times, but sometimes I draw him silly. I won't show those. I'm not that mean. But I would draw him a few times. I would draw him seriously as a portrait, and then also I'll draw a little silly cartoon about him, usually about an inside joke we have. And I think I even made a few comics about him, but I don't know where I put them. So, and some of them I kind of poke fun at him. He doesn't care, but I also don't want to air that out because that is private. I'm not that mean. Where are you from, by the way? I think that's a safe enough question. I have to consider safe questions now. Where is pink? Oh, this is too blue. Where's the tart? Yeah, I have to be careful about such questions about people asking if I'm single online because I'm like, no. Okay, that looks a lot better now. It makes more sense. But I have to let this dry in parts so I don't smear the paint around. Yeah, this is really boring for me in terms of explaining how I paint. That's why I don't want to do tutorials. So I think if I continued doing tutorials on YouTube, I would probably quit. And I technically did already. Um, I made like about two or three tutorials, and I hated it so much. I hated the process to the point where I just gave up on YouTube. And then my husband, some years later, encouraged me to start working on it, and I didn't want to initially after my experience with the tutorial process. Um, but when my reels were not working out, then I moved some of my reels onto YouTube, and then I garnered more attention from here, I mean. So then I was like, oh, I guess I need to go back to YouTube. I have to go crawling back. But now with my that one reel that is popular over there, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know. I want to. I should make more stuff about my husband. I'm not very good at that. I I do have a joker streak, so sometimes I'll put something funny. Of course, if it gets funny where I'm making fun of him, I will not post that. I think I haven't posted. No, I don't think so. But I make fun, but that's because I was raised around my brothers, and so we tend to joke around a lot. But my humor and my husband's humor are very different things. Um, I will not explain how that's his business, but my humor is definitely almost polar opposite to his. To the point where he gives me the what the fuck face whenever I say something I think is funny. He's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" But I'm too busy laughing to care. And then he starts laughing too. He's like, "I don't even know why I'm laughing." So I like those kinds of situations where even though the joke I have doesn't make sense, it's funny enough. Well, my reaction makes him laugh anyway. I like that. What I don't like is no one's laughing, even though I do know it's funny, and just no one's laughing, and you have to explain the joke. And that's when I'm like, oh God, this is bad. This isn't working. I've had a few instances like that, which is rare, thankfully. Okay, so I think I need to put some. Excuse me, sir. I know I'm going to wrap up in a few minutes, but you're still noisy. Okay, let me try to add some stuff here. I forgot. Is it raining now? I think it might be raining now. I could have done stuff in the daytime, but I had to wait for the mail to show up, and groceries, and all that crap. Oh, it is raining. Okay. I think in one of the comments on my reels for that Sailor Starlight's reaction, one of them mentioned, "Oh, someone didn't watch Sailor Moon Super S," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I got other things to watch." Like that's it. I'm not really invested in Sailor Moon, though I do like Sailor Saturn because she has purple and I like purple, and I like some of the Sailor Scouts because. Hey, what did I tell you? I'm gonna turn it off. There, stop. Not too noisy. So, yeah, while I don't care for Sailor Moon, I do like some of the characters, but not to the point where I'm heavily invested. And it's okay to be, I think it's okay to be like that, where you don't have to like all the things, but you can appreciate some stuff like the art, the characters, putting up with freaking Usagi. Oh my God. And initially, I did not like Sailor Mars, but after seeing how she puts up with Serena or Usagi, I'm like, oh my God, no wonder she's cranky. She has to put up with her trifling booty. Anyway. Oh, this line art's too thick. I don't like it too thick for this. These are supposed to be little picture frames on the wall, but I have no idea what to put on there. I might just put something silly or simple. I also have to figure out what am I gonna have for the Christmas dinner. I don't want to cook. I don't mind takeout, and that's if there are people out, out on Christmas business. Hey, lower that. I don't want copyright stuff on my things. I always have to worry about copyright sounds because I know how strict YouTube is about copyright anything on your videos. I really don't want to deal with it because it's kind of annoying. That's why I'm like, don't playing too loud. I'm gonna get flagged down by freaking YouTube, the YouTube gods. Okay, so I have something drawn out here. It's not much, but it's a start. It is very cute. I'll admit that. I could do an actual painting of it, but I'm like, ugh. Okay, so it's already 5:02. That's let me do a little bit of line art and then I'll call it a day because I have to start making dinner and I don't want to, but here we are. Do I have another pen? I don't like this one. Don't be noisy. I already told you. I don't know why you don't like listening. What are you doing? Oh, wait. That's not it. Sorry, I'm getting my pens. Hopefully, I can... Card, get over here. Okay, that's a lot better. So this is Aiko from Project Aiko. This is my Sailor Moon. Okay, I prefer this kind of art, anime. This was what I was introduced to anime during the Saturday anime on the Sci-Fi Channel. I miss that so much. I wish we had more of that. I mean, eventually there was Toonami and all that stuff, but Saturday anime had like Akira, Project Aiko, Vampire Hunter D. I don't think they had Genocyber. I think Cashern, Record of Lotus War, some other ones. Oh, Rojin Z. Rojin Z was good. I like Rojin Z. And then there was also some other ones I don't remember. Oh, Venus Wars. Venus Wars was good. Though I didn't like the main. I don't know why some of the main characters they come up with I don't care for. Oh no, this isn't as good as I thought it was. Okay, so it works and then it doesn't work. Oh gosh, you're one of those finicky pens. Okay, I only do some of it because I have to start cooking and I have to figure out what the heck do I make. So I'll just make the hair and the face and just call it a day. I don't like cooking. And so it takes me a while to push myself to start making things. And if you're like, what's wrong with cooking? I don't like cleaning up. I don't like preparing and finding out, oh, I don't have that ingredient, gotta make up something. Or I have to wash so many dishes and keep washing my hands because I'm touching raw meat sometimes and eggs. Um, I always try to be careful when I cook because it's so easy to get sick from making things nowadays. But my husband seems to like my food. My son is debatable. He only likes certain things. And even then, that's kind of a stretch. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a tape cutter.
What do you need that for? That's my... What are you using that for?
To test out to see how sticky it is.
Only one tape, that's it. Don't put it back. Why are you using my stuff? You know how I am on my stuff. He's using my freaking painting tape. What the heck? He didn't even ask me. He just starts using it. Oh my gosh. Sometimes family can be like that. They just assume, oh, we're family. So what's yours is yours and mine is mine. I'm like, what's yours is mine and mine is yours. I mean, yeah. It's like, oh no, this pen kind of sucks. Congratulations, you fail at life. Yeah, I don't like when people take my things without permission. Like, what's wrong with asking? I think, especially with family, they think it's okay to just, if I'm using your stuff, then they lose it. Then you ask them, hey, did you see my scissors? And they're like, oh, I used it. Where is it? I don't know. Oh my God. That drives me up the wall when I hear that crap. I was like, if you're gonna use it, put it back. Why do you wait a few hours, several hours, to just mysteriously have it sprout legs and disappear into the void? Like, why would you do that to my things? Would you like it if I did that to your things? They're like, oh, oh my God. That's the kind of crap I have to deal with sometimes. Like, don't touch my stuff. Okay. So that's what I have so far, and I think that's all I can do because I need to get on out. And I usually do a recap. What the heck did I do? Oh, sorry, I'm off camera because I can't see that far. I have glasses, but it's like, ugh. So what did I do? I did some progress. I never finish anything on this frigging live stream because it's a lot more pressure. So there's a downside about being online live stream. It's I can't finish as fast. I don't have editing on my side. I can include editing in my videos and I don't do that because I hate editing. Uh-huh. So I picked this level of madness, but I rather do this rather than editing because I hate editing. And yes, I even though I'm on the spot, I say stupid stuff sometimes. It's not as bad as some other people saying weird stuff. And I just go from there. That's about it. And I said I was going to only do on the hair and the eyes, but just kidding. It's already 5:09. Shoot, 5:09 here. I'm at where I'm at. Okay. I missed this anime, but only the first movie is good. The rest, ugh, not so good. I know it does continue on with the lore and stuff, but I only like the first movie. That was like my absolute favorite. Afterwards, the story just kind of went downhill from there. But yeah, it's called Project Echo. I think it's like a parody movie of several other characters and movies and stuff. Even Project Echo comes from Jackie Chan's Project A, and they have like a bunch of guys dressed as sailors. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. And she's a martial artist fighter, and there's some characters based off other anime tropes. So I thought that was, I didn't realize that, but back then I was like, this is fucking great. I love it. um, but some people talk bad about like, oh, this is stupid. I'm like, oh my God, who said it was stupid besides you? Like, it's not. I like it. It's fun. Like, have fun. You don't like fun? Apparently not. Anyway, yeah, I had so much fun watching Project Echo. So even though I drew this before in one of my card series, I have to introduce her again because she's so much fun. I also need to remember to draw Biko, her rival for the hand of Seiko. No, they're not lesbians. They're just friends and they both want the attention of Seiko, though they were friends since kindergarten or preschool, and then Biko was like the bully of Seiko, and so they have this rivalry return in high school. I think it's high school, or is it high school? I think so. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to return to every so often. I would always go back and watch this stuff all over again over Disney. I don't care for Disney. Once in a while, the ones I favor, like maybe Emperor's New Groove, Sword in the Stone, Robin Hood, the one with the two foxes. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot more fun with those. Um, Though Tangled is okay sometimes, but I'm not really that big on the 3D ish approach. But when it's okay and not forced. So, yes, I had some card arts I have been working on. I worked on this one, not in the order. Oh my God, my camera is like being wonky. There's so I work on several at the same time because if I keep adding on to the paints, sometimes the wet paint lifts off from the previous layer, so that's why I have to work in layers now. I didn't know that was a thing until I noticed why is it so chunky, and some of the dried paint kind of lifts off from the wet layer, which is stupid. I hate it, but it is what it is. And the last one was this one. Oh, also this walking booty with legs. What is that? Crack me up. Was it Sheedy Pootie? Like what? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys with your rest of your week. Hope you have a great holiday. I don't know if I'll do a live stream on Christmas Eve or after Christmas. We'll see because I still got a bunch of crap to deal with. And I think the rest may get um I don't want to say what the other presidents in case they see it, but I may have to do last minute gift shopping on Friday, because the actual gathering for big family Christmas is on Saturday for me. Anyway, take care now. Have a great rest of your week. This is Delion getting on out. And till next time, bye.